Mama told me when the thunder comes that a drunk donkey be coming on for me to listen to what he'd say. If I did some, it'd help me through stormy days. I can get the simple weatherman gives you serving, love and understand. I can get the simple weatherman. You can catch him on the show, time and day. That's right.
And good evening. What's happening? Coneheads, Drunk Donkey Nation. We are live, I hope. Yes, we're live. I'm a little red. I don't know why I'm red. But we're live. I'm seeing comments. What's up? Good to see everybody. And yep, they're coming up. All right, I can see people now. We got Jenny Lou. I see Kyle. This is Romper Room session. We got a lot of weather. I usually don't go live at night because we did a big live in the mornings, hour and a half this morning. But we're going to do a quickie tonight. What's up, David Gentry? There's our boys. Just got done watching the Bucks. I haven't watched football the last couple of years, but I really wanted to watch Brady. It looked like they had a shot for a little bit, but can't have 100 errors. Can't have I'm a baseball guy. You can't have 100 yards and penalties or whatever they got. Hey, Shelly, what's up? Interceptions, all that good stuff. So here's the boys, ready for their evening. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Hey, Danielle Klein, how's it going? Lots of rain in Florida. Totally off the charts in South Florida and the Keys. Still got high rain chances tomorrow across the peninsula. Hey, Katie, what's happening? What's up, Paul Jeanette Barr? What's going on? So, yeah, Hunter's a little hyper tonight. Sorry about that. All right, so enough of the doggies. So there's our boy, Louie, Hunter. They're doing good. We're looking at satellite, by the way, of Sally. So we're going to talk about Sally. Hey, Dylan, what's cooking? Yeah, and I'm tired, man. Holy cow. It's a lot of work keeping up with the tropics. The last 18 months, it seems like. We've been tracking these things forever. So, all right. Yeah, so let's talk about a couple things. I got satellite, too, of Bermuda. Let's show that real quick, and then we'll talk all Sally. This is happening live right now. So we'll talk this few minutes on Paulette, because it's happening tonight. Those folks are ready in Bermuda. And then we'll focus on Sally. So yeah, big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They are the sponsors of Mike's Weather Page, Facebook. So big shout out to ABC, located here in Florida. And today's Sunday, so party time is over, unless you're having one more before the work week. So big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. 120 plus stores here in Florida, family owned and operated. So, and all that crackling's Julie making all kinds of noise. Jeez and crackers, man. All right, so yeah, Katie wants a refund for 2020. I hear you. Hey, cool, Mark. They're beautiful stores. Beautiful. Hey, Brandy, thank you. What's up, Pamela from South Carolina? Robert, you went by. I couldn't find my page. All right, so here's the scoop. We got Paulette. Hurricane hunters are out there right now flying around Paulette. Latest winds at 8 o'clock were 85 miles an hour. It's got a very big eye. You can see this on satellite. Eye, good eye. That's what they say in softball all the time. When you don't swing the bat, they say good eye. What does that mean? Get good eye. Got bad eye? When they swing and miss, do you say bad eye? But this is happening tonight. So, they're expected to be nearing 100 miles an hour. They're already starting to feel the outer bands. This is going on right now. Fortunately, due northwest paths, the eye fairly large, so there's a good chance some of this heavy stuff could stay off the coast, hopefully. Still going to get nasty weather regardless. So this is happening right now. So thinking all you folks in Bermuda tonight, could be 100 miles an hour as it approaches. This is happening right now live. So I got the link. I added the link on the website too. So under Paulette, you can see Bermuda radar right here. Bermuda radar. So if you want to track it, there you go. And look at these spaghetti models. All right. The tail spaghetti. So when you have a high confidence storm, look at that. This is on Tropical Tidbits. This is like the most unified spaghetti models you'll ever see in your life. There's zero doubt where it's going. And this is 48 hours. 48 hours, 72 hours. That's model consistency. When we go to Sally, we don't have a lot of model consistency. So we'll leave this up here. This is on Tropical Tidbits. So we'll try to make sense of everything. So that last satellite that I had up, this is, by the way, this is sunshine going down. This is visible satellite on the College DuPage. Great satellite imagery. You can see the sun go down. But we definitely started seeing bubbling cloud tops right before the sun went down. Apparently trying to organize. But the good news today, it hasn't. And I've been trying to update frequently that the storm has not gotten any stronger today. So latest satellite here, by the way, on Weather Nerds. I had this up, but you can just see it's kind of blobby mess. I mean, it's got favorable conditions as far as development goes, but we have no shear. Had a little shear, but not enough that should have mattered. The moist atmosphere. It has warm water, but it never had good stacking middle level and upper level. We watched Laura come off of Hispaniola. Hey, thank you there, Heather. Tifton. I've been through Tifton, Megan. We were on our way to Gatlinburg to chase snow just a couple months ago, it seemed like, and we stopped at Tifton Chick-fil-A. And I know the cops there, man. They hang out on 75. You can't speed through Tifton, Georgia.
I got my ticket there once.
Who did? You did?
Yeah.
Julie's got a ticket every city, I think.
That's not true.
But cool. Cheers from Tifton. All right, so here's the satellite. So, the good news is this thing hasn't really had to look as far as a developing system. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that every hour that goes by, like we talked about this morning, every hour goes by, hopefully it's 1 hour less that it can intensify. So that's the current look. But we are starting to see more convection near center. So overnight it's going to be one to watch. Another good satellite here. This is on cyclonicweather.com. And earlier today, you could see the lower level clouds spinning, and you could see the convection to the southeast. But the last several frames, you could start to see the convection growing more towards center. So once that happens, then we can start to see this thing, obviously strengthen. So that's what they're watching tonight. Path is very confident that this thing is going to be heading this direction in the short term. We have a really strong high pressure system above, and that's what's steering it. So that's very high confident. When it makes it to here, it's going to have very weak steering currents, and that's the big news is the slowdown, and we're going to show you that too. So lots of, hey Madison, yeah, there's a lot of evacuations. Hey Jay Tate, yep, Gatlinburg's my favorite place. We chased snow at Margaritaville. hopefully this winter we can get them on board and hook me up with a night stay maybe in a few coupons. Their lovely bar there. Yeah, a lot of schools are canceled. I saw that too, Stephanie. Obviously the system is approaching tomorrow into Tuesday. So what's up, Chris Kelly? Coneheads, Netflix weekend. Yeah, I have not even finished Ozarks. I can't believe it, man. I'm stuck on ever since what hurricane was that? Isaiah? It's been like we've been in hurricane mode since weeks now. All right, Christina, watching Pensacola. All right, so here's the scoop. All right, what's up there, Christina, Pensacola? All right, so back to the spaghetti models. So here's the latest spaghetti models. And we don't see that 48-hour confidence that we see with Paulette. And usually we would see, this is 24 hours. Normally we would see agreeance, and we don't. There's big questions. A lot of that is just because of how slow it's moving. It's going to stall. And some of the latest models, which I'm going to show, are now shifting a little bit more to the east. The Euro and latest CMC are west, right here. Weaker west. These two are weaker. That's a negative sign. The GFS, HMON, HWARF, Icon are stronger, and they're a little bit to the east. And stronger systems pull more northward. I didn't mean to draw it there like that. Weaker west, stronger north. The HWARF has been pretty solid with a strengthening 970, 60 hurricane. The 12Z came out and it was a little weaker, and everybody was hoping that would be a trend, but now it's back down to strong again. So I'm going to show all the models. But hey, I did get something in the mail. You know how I bounce around. I got a cool gift in the mail yesterday. So I always do my shout outs when we get gifts, because gifts are cool. Little something to have waffles with, or have on ice cream, or in my tea and coffee. Thanks, Mike, for all you do. Here's something fun from Angie Fallon. Angie Fallon sent. Check this out. Crown maple syrup. Cool gift. So thank you. And it may contain alcohol. So may contain alcohol. But barrel bourbon aged maple syrup. So thanks, Angie. I had to show that. Your gifts do not go unnoticed. Like I always said, it's like Little House on the Prairie. Like we trade chickens for health, for doctor. What was the name of the doctor? Julie? What was the name of the doctor on Little House on the Prairie? Doc Watson or something? I don't know, but so stronger systems go north because they have a poleward motion going north. Something called the Coriolis effect. Sure, I butchered the name. Just the nature of the spinning of the Earth. Systems have a natural poleward motion to do that. That's why they want to go. Stronger systems are able to penetrate the high pressure systems a little bit easier, and they pull north faster. So, all right. So these are the latest. Doc Baker. Okay, it's Doc Baker. Oh, Melissa, you just read the chat probably. You cheated.
No, I didn't. I Googled it.
Oh, Ken knows it too, man.
Hiram Baker.
All right. We're not going to play Mustang Sally, Raphael. Everybody knows Baker. Man, see, you guys rock. That's why we're the best weather family in the world, is because we all watch Little House on the Prairie. When I was living at home, Julie would go to work every day, and she'd swing by and we'd watch one episode. So that was our fun. All right, so let's talk about everything. All right, so I do have a lot of links. Obviously, I look at everything, but the structure of the system isn't bad. It's the convection of the system is lacking right now, and we're gonna have to watch it through the night. So let's look at all the different models, show you the latest and greatest, and what we can expect. Because now we're and the Hurricane Hunters are out there right now. They just took off, so we have a new mission. We have a mission right now heading into Sally right now. So they're out there right now. The one earlier looked like it got scrubbed or something. They briefly were out there and came right back. So I'm wondering if they had error. So we got a new Hurricane Hunter mission out there right now. All right, so some of the latest facts, in case you haven't been keeping up. So then we're going to show you models. All right, so let's just go to the facts real quick. So the cone of uncertainty is 100% in play right now. The cone is anywhere that the center can pass. It's so important. Everybody's saying why the east shift. Everything's been Louisiana. Well, technically, Mississippi has been in the hurricane warning zone all along. So these track shifts that we're showing that are doing this is still in the cone here. Okay, the cone is anywhere that the center can go. So you got to focus on that. So the NHC still has a large chunk of Mississippi here, showing possibility, that this could turn. So nothing's really changed. We're just seeing a little bit more bump to the east here as far as the eye goes with a stronger system. But we do have a hurricane warning in place. We have tropical storm warnings that stretch way into Florida, past Panama City. So as our system starts passing tonight and tomorrow, we're going to start to see more of these, squall lines heading into the upper Florida coast. So that's why we have tropical storm warnings up for a big part of Florida. So that's one thing to note. Just throw that out there. Another thing we got, the other side of the system is the rain. And there's only been a few times that I heard that we've had this high of a rain alert, flooding alert over the years. And I think I read one of them was, a couple of them were Florence. But not often have we seen a 50% high risk of flooding. And this stretches New Orleans area into, Mississippi and parts of Alabama, and then 20% into Florida. So that's the other side of the story that's huge. 15 to 20 inches, 20 inches plus possible. That's huge. Anything red, 10 to 15 inches. So we got 10 to 15 inches of rain already showing up the tip of Florida into Alabama, Mississippi. So this, not only is it a wind event, rain event, and inland flooding is huge. I showed that this morning. So lots of flooding, unfortunately. 6 to 10 inches all the way going north. This system's going to go very slow. And we can see 20 inches plus. We already had 20 inches plus of rain down in the Keys yesterday. So we can definitely see 20 inches plus in parts here, Louisiana, Mississippi. So that's a lot to watch for, big time. So that's the other side that the news are really trying to show, and of course the stalling out. And then the last thing here, I'll show, and then now we're going to look at the models, I promise. But 7 to 11 foot of surge is nothing to joke about, possibly right into the New Orleans area. So depending on this final track, it's so important. If this thing does turn a little bit more into Mississippi, then these surge values here are going to increase, and hopefully some of these will decrease for the areas that aren't protected by the levees. So not wishing surge on anybody by any means, but I'm just saying the worst case scenario we could be seeing. So it's all important on where this track goes. Obviously the right side, east side gets the most surge, and this thing strengthens, then we're going to see more surge for upper Mississippi into Louisiana. So 7 to 11 is the official track or surge values, and I have that listed on my site too. Those have not changed. All right, so let's take a look at the models. We'll look at the latest here, the hurricane-specific models on Levi's site. So H-Wharf, been one of the best as far as intensity goes. And it backed off at the 12Z, but now it's back again. So here's your latest H-Wharf. Now, note what every model does. Here's tomorrow morning, 990 millibar. Not much deepening overnight. This is tomorrow morning. But what happens from Monday morning to Tuesday morning? This is the big question mark. This is the big thing to really watch. This is what we could be worried about, is having 24 hours sitting over low shear, warm water, and very, very moist atmosphere. But the latest H-Wharf shows, steady strengthening. Here's Tuesday morning, gets it down to 965. So that's pretty strong, 965. People always ask what that means. Well, we'll go look what 965 could mean. It's not a forecast by any means, but it's what it could be. And 965 is bottom cat 2. So that's what the H-Wharf is showing. We go to the H-Mon, same thing, showing 987 on Monday morning, and then we have a slow strengthening system Tuesday morning, 967 Tuesday morning. There's Mississippi, Alabama. So those two models shifted a tick to the east. But still close enough to tip of Louisiana to be watching close. The latest GFS, almost the same strengthening system at the last second, 977. Smack dab in the middle of Mississippi. So there's that, 977. So, three hurricane-specific models getting pretty strong. The latest Icon model shows last-minute strengthening, 972, 967. Kind of goes even a little bit more towards the east. So there's another model, stronger north to the east. This is a little bit later into Tuesday. This is Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night. So even the Icon slows it down a little bit more. But important note, 967, strengthening system, pulling north, almost into Alabama, tip of Florida. And notice, if you go back to the cone, that's exactly what they're showing here, is that possibility of a slowdown and then a turn. And that's kind of what the Icon's doing. Outside of the edge, but it's a possibility. And then the UK, another model we go over to weather models site and take a look at. It's showing a stronger system on approach too. So we got a lot of model support. The Euro is really the outlier in the CMC as far as strengths go. That's why they're both more to the west, and I'll show you those too. But UK, it's hard to see here, but 974 millibar smack down in the middle of Mississippi right there going north. And that's later Tuesday. So slower system like the Icon, strengthening at the last second, not good. And it kind of slowly gets, everything eventually has it turning. Everything's finally turning. It's just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to have a lot of rain as this thing hangs around. So there's that. And the latest Euro, I'll show you that. And latest CMC real quick. The CMC and the Euro are the weakest of the bunch. And the CMC showing the latest run is 998. More southern Louisiana right here. This would be Tuesday morning. And the latest Euro, almost the exact same thing. 998, 997, 995. Lower Louisiana. So we're in that window here of who gets what. Weaker system a little bit more to the west. Weaker system would mean less surge. 995 would be, borderline hurricane, tropical storm. The other ones, unfortunately, are stronger category 1, category 2. So, what do we got? Nothing in Atlantic to worry about other than Paulette. Paulette is nearing Bermuda tonight. The Invest 95 that we were watching here. Ooh, we got really big zoom now. This 20, it was Invest 95, but it's curving north. This next wave possibly could be one to watch. Not really shown on the models. 30% chance of development. That's next week worry. We're going to worry about that one. So, Paulette. Good point. Hey, what's up, Whitney? Yeah, 72 hours of rain. Yeah, we don't want the rain. I've been posting a lot of rain maps, but the NHC is showing it right here. Look at this. 20 inches plus in the dark purple. Light purple, 15 to 20 inches of rain. 2 feet of rain possible. And this is in the Mississippi, Louisiana. 15 to 20 inches of rain. That's epic. Epic flooding. Inland flooding, a huge problem with tropical systems. Not only wind, but inland flooding can be even a bigger problem, as we've seen with, obviously Harvey. Oh, Imelda. I'm thinking about Imelda last year. And then Florence, too. Here's a microwave imagery, by the way. I added to the site. Take a look at it. Not really a sound structure system. It's never really got the look yet. It's trying, but it's taken a lot of time, and that's good news. So really, I mean, we got 24 hours to watch this thing. By tomorrow night, this thing's going to be very close to the coast. By this time tomorrow night, this thing's happening fast. We're talking about a landfall Tuesday morning. This is 2 p.m. to Monday, tomorrow. 2 p.m. Monday, this thing's going to be technically here. So we got a lot to watch. If this thing doesn't start to get organized, every hour that goes by, we're going to see some of these surge values go down, and that's a good thing. The rain values, unfortunately, are going to be there no matter what. So the rain is huge regardless of the intensity of the storm. The system's going to slow down to a crawl, and there's just a ton of moisture out in the atmosphere. So that means a lot of rain will be falling. We have a lot of moisture in the air, and that's a given. So there. What else? All right. There's our boy Leonard, CERT guy. Barbados, please. Check for Barbados. Barbados, you're fine, I think. Yeah, there's nothing really coming. You guys are good. Got this tropical depression 20, but it's doing this. This is the new yellow guy we got to watch. Renee's is a little dot out here. This is Paulette. So tropical depression 20 is not going to get you. So you're good to go. For a little bit, here's tropical depression 20, by the way. I got all the links on it. This used to be Invest 95. Look, it's supposed to be a major hurricane. They're expecting major hurricane out of that. And long-range modeling on that shows could be a Bermuda threat. Way too early to know, but that's the general area. We're going to have to be watching for that too. So one storm at a time. Hopefully, it looks like it could miss. So this is 2 p.m. Friday. Long ways away. So if it were a Bermuda threat, it'd be another 2 weeks or so before we have to worry about that one. So the big thing tonight. Okay, so the big thing today to make sense so when we went live this morning, the storm has not gotten any more structurally organized. It's still kind of a sloppy mess. The winds are still. I think they got 60 mile an hour now, maybe. They bump it up to 60? I think 60 mile an hour. Pressure only 998. So it hasn't strengthened. The overall appearance doesn't look any better. It's not rapidly intensifying. That's good news. So, as far as a wind event, it's still kind of a question whether or not this thing is going to be able to become a Cat 1, Cat 2. So that's good news. Rain for sure, yes. Brian there in Key West, 11 inches. Yep, crazy. We had one spot in the Keys reported 22 inches of rain. That's epic. And really everybody in South Florida had 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. So lots of rain. Samantha, Pensacola. Well, there are a couple models showing getting close to you guys. So the latest icon, a little bit closer to upper Gulf. Here's the latest icon, German model. But as far as, it's probably our furthest east system, and it does cross it pretty close to Florida. So that's the icon. Latest GFS, not too much, that's really not a, we're not talking a huge difference here. Remember, the east side is the rough side. That's why we have tropical storm. I think we got tropical storm watch for, don't we have tropical storm watch for, how far does tropical storm watch go? I don't know. Tropical storm watch extends, I think, to the state line. Let's see here. Yeah, right to the state line. So hurricane watch. So technically, if you did get the center go right here, where the watch is, you'd still get really rough stuff. So I would, I would definitely be watching these trends of a little bit west shift and or east shift, not west shift, east shift. Hey, Ira, Paulette. Yeah, Paulette is 85 miles an hour hurricane. It's nearing Bermuda right now. They're going to be getting possibly a direct hit overnight. Renee, a little dot. Hey, Jennifer, we'll see you in the morning. Destin, just, we got tropical storm warnings that way. You're going to have squalls come up through the... we can start looking at some high resolution radar. But again, the models have shifted a little bit to the east. The Euro and Canadian models are west of the NHC line. Actually, you can see it really well here. This is kind of interesting. But so, oh man, that's big. Sorry about that. Let me slide this over some. I hate that thing. It gets bigger with the... So here, the red is the official NHC cone, or line, center line. So note the amount of models, stretching here now to the east versus the west. So we definitely have a few more models shifting to the east than the west. And we get these little windshield wiper effects back and forth. But as far north as this thing keeps going, it's going to be hard to go any farther south. So as our center is somewhere right here, it's going to, general west-northwest motion. It's just starting to seem unlikely that this is going to go any farther to the west. Now you can see why the models are thinking more of a turn. But by tomorrow, it's hard to believe, but by tomorrow, we're going to be somewhere right here. And we'll know a lot by tomorrow, because we'll know if this thing is strengthening or not. But it just hasn't done it. Hasn't done it yet. It's going to be a rain event. Here's the Storm Prediction Center, by the way. They've upped the storm chances tomorrow. This is as our squalls come in off of the Gulf. A couple tornadoes could occur Monday night into Tuesday morning. That's tomorrow. So we could have a couple tornadoes tomorrow night into Tuesday. That's along the upper Gulf here. Remember, even if our system is here, we're going to have squalls coming in. That's why we have green. So we could have a little tornadoes to worry about. We had a few today. Richard, yep, correct. That's why the CMC and the Euro are showing a weaker system, and it's to the west. But it's still kind of trekking a little bit to the north tonight. It's still west-northwest. Latest advisory has it west-northwest at 9. So there's all kinds of good links here to. I don't really want to talk too much about surge yet because surge is so dependent on the strength of the storm. But I do have links on the site you can play with and just get an idea. Category 1 hurricane, depending on where the landfall is, what you could expect. We showed these a bunch this season, but category 2, things get a little more dicey. These are deceiving because if we had let's say we had a landfall, here, let's say, doesn't mean this is gonna, doesn't mean that's gonna play out. These are worst case scenarios based on just location. So obviously, these colors are showing up. So where you would get the worst case scenario would be likely direct landfall and then some to the east. So, let's just zoom in, let's say on Gulfport. If Gulfport, I just happen to pick Gulfport. But if we did get a landfall, then you would look at totals, here on a landfall like that. This would be unlikely. So the farther away from center, those aren't going to play out. That's why surge is so tricky, because it's all dependent on where landfall is, on who gets the heavy stuff. So anyway, Mandy, yeah, it's funny. I drove over the bay today, and the water was high in Oldsmar, and I looked at high tide, and we were actually low tide, and the water was up on the docks. So we saw surge here in Tampa Bay. Hey Richard, yeah, wind speeds. It's so unorganized. You can see it too by looking at this map. This is the tropical storm force winds. So not a huge system yet. Tropical storm force winds. And they're expecting this to strengthen. That's why we have warnings up for tropical storm here. If our bubble gets bigger, if it doesn't get any stronger, then we might not see much other than squall lines across the panhandle. But they're fully, they're still expecting this thing to strengthen, and we'll know in the morning. The hurricane hunters are heading out right now. So, oh man, Amanda, you just said half your name. Oh man, Amanda. Amanda just said, oh man, Danda, oh man, bandana. Where's Crestview? All right, so we haven't done geography in a while. Let's look at Crestview. Crestview, Florida. It's a little town, kind of in the. There we go, close to Pensacola. So, you're far enough inland that it all depends on that track. I'm telling you. Some of the latest models have it going more a little bit to the east. So we these areas here, I would still be watching close. As our system slows down to a crawl, starts to feel the effects and pull northward, it's going to have a window to develop. And some of the modeling are showing development right up to landfall. So it could be a very intense 12 hours watching our system develop. And one thing about surge with the tides, slow moving system is going to experience likely the highest tide values because our system is going to be moving slow. So we'll have maximum surge values because of the slow movement over tide schedules. I think we got rain going on right now too. I hear rain out there. We have rain. We have rain? We have rain. Lots of rain. Look at that. We got some heavy rain down in Fort Myers. Look at that. A pretty nasty little cell down that way. Cape Coral. Cool. All right. How many high tides? Let's see. Let's see. 35 million storms, Alexis. No, nothing's hitting Florida yet. Surge is Susan. Well, the official surge map is, I would go by this. This is the official Nhc Surge Forecast. This is based on current intensity of a 100-mile-an-hour system. Robin, you're correct. Rain training is no joke. It happens. We'll get a system. Let's say if it's sitting right here, and we'll have constant spiraling of storms, and we'll get these rain trains of just, you'll get one line of storms, and it will just keep pumping rain, just keep on pumping, and that's when we get these 20 inches plus. Again, this graphic, I wish I would have remembered it, but only I think I read 4 times ever or 6 times ever they've issued that color for flood potential, and they're showing 20 inches plus officially. That's a lot of rain. And again, this is based on the current track. Some of these rain totals could shift a little bit if we do see a little nudge to the east. All right, giving me a beer, Teresa. I'd probably pass out if I had a beer right now. And I can see 5 comments, Shelly. It's pretty awesome. Barry, start over. Oh my God, Barry. All right, so Barry, in a nutshell, the storm is no better organized. Pressure is maintaining upper 990s. Does not mean it's intensifying yet. Still going to be a rain event regardless. Slow moving system. Some of the latest models are turning it a little bit more to the north and back to possibly Category 2 even. The latest HMON, HWRF, GFS showing under 980 millibar. And Icon and UK. So we have 5 models saying under 980. 5 models saying a little bit of east shift than the official NHC center line. Still in the cone. CMC and Euro are the only 2 saying west and weak. So we look at trends. No, I'm not going to do it live tonight, Carl. Oh my God, I couldn't. It's hard doing 2. Your mom is 90, Teresa. That's cool. My mom's 80. I don't know, Melissa. I know Grand Isle has evacuations. Some of the barrier islands. Tomorrow will be a big day for evacuations. I'm not sure what they're going to do. 11-foot surge. Pretty high. Strengthening Category 2 system could, bring a lot of water. John, eventually it's going to turn to the east. Yes, right now we got a big high pressure, but we're seeing a few models trending a little bit more to the north and then the east. So anywhere, I'm all the way to Pensacola, I'd be watching. Mobile for sure, Biloxi. Some of these latest models, let me show you real quick if you're just tuning in. But the latest here on Tropical Tidbits, just the latest trends. HWRF showing Middle Mississippi here, 965 Tuesday morning. Obviously, that would be really nasty weather to the east. The HMON showing almost the same, just maybe a tick to the east of the HWRF. State line, Mississippi, Alabama. Latest GFS is a little bit to the west. Not much to the west, but still west or still east of New Orleans, but 977 Mississippi. So Mississippi, 3 models right there, and then the Icon and UK doing the same thing. Icon a little bit more towards Alabama, and UK And we haven't really shown the ensembles for this system. There's always so much to talk about. What do the ensembles look like? I haven't even looked at the dang ensembles. What the heck is this? Oh, that's the old link. I gotta refresh. So, man, the Euro ensembles are everywhere. Look at that. Euro has no clue. Euro is, you know, all over the place. That's why the mean is right down the middle. Weaker west, the blue lines are weaker system, green stronger system. Stronger systems get turned, pulled to the north a little bit more. And let's see, if the UK ensembles, a little bit more to the, this is a lot of confusion. But one thing to note that they're all doing, a stronger system is definitely pulling more north and upper Gulf. So strengthening system, definitely more in Mississippi, Alabama, even Florida, Panhandle, outside possibility to watch. So yeah, we just got big question marks. Big question marks. And Tina, you got your koozie. That's all that matters. Katie, what's up? Yep, the Euro is out to lunch. Tiffany, yeah, always listen to your local weather office. I show it a lot. Let me close all my windows here. But if you're very curious about your area, go to your local National Weather Service office. You can click on it right here. National Weather Service Active Alerts map. This map right here. This guy right here. This is the most important link on the site, probably. You click on it, and you can click on your individual county where you live, and you can get detailed information on your particular area. You can get all your statements. There's hurricane. We've got storm surge warning, the purple. You got hurricane warning in red. So you click on your individual area, New Orleans would say, and you can get hurricane conditions, hurricane warning, what to expect. They usually have custom graphics that you can pull up. So anyway, rapid, yes, Josh. I don't know. I think the strongest I saw was in the 960s. It takes 24 hours from where it is now to be major, to be record breaking. Brian, unfortunately, I think October is going to be busy. We're still in a well, now we're green. That's what I mean. These models change. We're still kind of in a suppressed stage. This is fresh, but October's been fairly showing a green conductive phase of the MJO, and of course October's always been Caribbean to watch. Waters are extremely warm, so there's no reason not to think October is not going to be busy. We're definitely in La Nina now. La Nina means later season storms now because we have favorable Atlantic conditions. So yeah, we're not seeing the end of the season anytime soon, unfortunately. And we got 7 things out there. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 things on the NHC map. No more dust. Dust is pretty much done for the year. Looping back, Danielle, well, yeah, there's a couple oddball models, but for the most part, no. It's going to get caught up and shoved on out, so unlikely it'll come back down. It's going to be entrained in here, and it'll be a depression over Atlanta. So by Friday, Atlanta will have tropical depression Sally over Atlanta as a rainmaker. But let's just deal with the short term. So again, big rain, big question marks, big question mark on intensity. Still a big spread on spaghetti models. This is very uncommon to see a storm 24 hours out with so much split. Oh my God, Julie just sneezed. Barry? I like that. Yeah, that was Julie. She didn't even cover her mouth. Got to go freaking wipe off the table now when I go back over there. Cindy, we need dust. Yes, but there's no dust. Angie, man, we were just active. Well, there was dust. There's always dust. There's always plumes of dust. And, we had these homegrown systems that popped up. We didn't really have any Atlantic systems, and the dust usually chills out once it gets near the Caribbean. That's why first part of the season we had so many homegrown little systems that were popping off of fronts and whatnot. So now we're kind of in the peak of Atlantic season, and so our chat's about 30 seconds behind, Julius. Everybody's saying, bless you. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Hey, Brian. Not sure I get you. Yeah, Ryan. She just breathed in some dust. Gesundheit. How do you learn to spell that, Teresa Powell? Is that how you spell Gesundheit? Jonah, blocking high, yes. There's definitely high pressure to the north. It's stopping our system right now. You can see it a lot of different ways. But look at that thing. What the heck is that? Somebody that's my Twitter feed. Dabu. What the hell is he drawing? Oh, that's our buddy Stu. I think Stu is the one that found the Matthew picture from years ago. What the heck? If I remember right, this dude Stu, I think he was the one that found the famous Matthew satellite image. So anyway, he just posted that. 8:43 p.m. Freaky looking. That's what we're all seeing. So here's Levi just posted a couple minutes ago. Hurricane hunters are finding that the new convective burst is indeed trending towards low-level center. So we're going to have to watch, wait, and see, right? We'll know a whole lot more. Here's the rain totals, by the way, from Miami. They got hit hard, even 3 to 4 inches. That was all the rainfall through yesterday across South Florida. But you know that if you live down there. Anyway, correct, Rhonda. Northwest Florida is Central Daylight Time. It's so weird when I drive through Peninsula, Panhandle, and when you hear radio stations, well, first off, your cell phone doesn't magically switch over right at the line, right? The cell phones are dependent on the tower you're at, and then radio shows, some are Eastern, some are Central. I remember we were listening to NASCAR one time and I couldn't figure out what the heck time it was. Like I'm like driving, I'm like, does it start in an hour? Does it start now? Does it start, Anyway. All right, so lots to watch. I'm going to do a little recap real quick now and put it online because there's nobody really knows. I mean, the facts are this. The facts are it's a unorganized look on satellite right now. This is not it, by the way. That's 20. It's up here. So it's unorganized, not the most impressive looking system, which is good news. It's got a little bubble developing, which we don't want to see. It's got 24 hours by tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, it's going to be getting very close to landfall, if it is indeed going to make landfall, tip of Louisiana. More than likely, it's going to be a landfall Tuesday morning, early afternoon. So it'll be a big question mark from about here to here what it does, and that's only about a 24-hour, 36-hour window. But again, rain regardless is coming. Surge, if it never intensifies, surge will go down. Official NHC has it right at 90, but they also show that. So we got 90 mile an hour at 36 hour. And I posted this earlier today. This drives me crazy. I wish it's something they would do. They talk about it strengthening between here and here, like before landfall. If it's strengthening, they only give you 12-hour timestamps. So they it's been hovering around 100 mile an hour as the official landfall expected speed. And if that's the case, that's borderline category 2. Well, actually, it's knots. So category 2, 96 to 110 miles an hour. So still looking at possible category 2, officially. So lots to watch. And the rains are going to continue tomorrow for Florida. Let's look at some high resolution radar, by the way. And then we will slow it down a little bit. Tomorrow morning for sure, I'll be live. We'll be fresh. There'll be all kinds of data. It'll be our last, because Tuesday morning could be looking at landfall. And I'm not going to stay up all night, Shelly. I think I'm still recovering from that 7-hour escapade that we did watching Laura make landfall. We were on 7 hours straight talking. All right, so here's some rain. So here we go. This is future radar. So through tonight, we can still see these rains. We just saw Fort Myers, but we can still see some rains come up through. The National Weather Service was talking about that we can still see West Coast rains. This is midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to start to see the squall lines early hours, possibly even tonight. Look at this. We could possibly see a squall line hit the upper panhandle. I always screw that up. Midnight. So look at that. So indeed, we could start to see some nasty weather. This is 1 in the morning too. So that's important to note. I'm gonna post that because I don't want people need to know. Hey, there's a chance we're gonna have overnight stuff. So here's here's the next few hours. 2 a.m. we can still see some storms here bubbling up through Orlando, Cal, Gainesville, through Tallahassee. Overnight hours we can see a squall line develop here at Panama, even midnight, 1 to 2 o'clock tonight. So pay attention. That's what I was going to look at stuff for tonight. So it'll be rainy night. That's why we have schools closed, because it's going to be nasty weather tomorrow, possibly. All right. Cool beans. Yeah, it was fun, Cheryl. Had a good time. Definitely. Hey, Martha, what's cooking? Matthew. Rain and windy in Mobile, Angie. Already, yes. You got a lot more to come. No, thanks, Mike. I love it. Just never used to tracking 24/7. What the heck was Isaiah? I don't even remember. Because we've been nonstop since Isaiah. Isaiah was July 30th. Holy crap! So we've been jamming since July 30th. Well, even before that. Man, it's like we're in middle September. Crazy. What is the AVN off the East Coast? What's that, Lee? I looked. Somebody else messaged me. I hadn't seen much cooking on the East Coast. Got a front coming. This is the front that's going to pick up Sally eventually and move it on out. But there's really nothing on the East Coast. Paulette's heading toward Bermuda, and all right. So there you go. We'll be in the morning, 9:19 for sure. If the bus is on time, hopefully the bus is on time, and we'll be on the Tom and Dan show tomorrow. And then, hey Jim, nope, it is, man. I love it. Just 24-hour job. Can't take a break. Take a break from the tropics, they sneak up on you. Now we got to watch it in real time and see if this thing actually starts to develop. Like Levi said, the hurricane hunters are out there right now, so we'll take a look. They're flying around. Ooh, a little lower pressure, 997. So they'll probably be flying into the system all the way to landfall now. So we'll be able to watch it. And if we start to see pressure drops, and if we, and seriously, if we start to see, convective bursts over center and lightning, then, oh my God, Tara, you should email me that. Sometimes I have a different email. Should do it automatically, but sometimes if you signed up with a different email, let me see if I can find your name. Let me copy it real quick. I'll do it right now. While we're live, you can tell me if it worked. I'm gonna see if it's red. Sometimes I have to manually update people. And let's see if you pop up. I might have to get you to email me your. Let's see. What is the name under Ebony? Oh no, it's not here. Oh, there you are. No, it says it's updated. Take a look. Shoot me an email. I'll look at it, Tara. Okay, official update 11 o'clock. Rachel, Terry, yes. We got a new update, new track at 11. Thank you, Amy. You're welcome. Thanks, Jessica. Got a lot of new Facebook supporters, so we appreciate that. Best deal on the planet. It's like tipping your bartender $5. Anybody has a problem with the app, email me. Erica, Vikings lost. My wife's bummed out. She's a big Viking fan. So, water temp, Chris. Yep, the water temp is a little cooler. The weekly anomaly is down. This is not the sea surface temperature. This is just showing you that the waters are cooler than average, and this is not really cooler, just 1 degree cooler. The actual sea temp is very hot. We don't have a lot of heat potential, which is good, but the actual sea surface temperatures are hot. Well, that was weird. What's going on with that? A little glitch. But anyway, you can see it. Sea surface temperatures there. Heat potential map is down a little bit. It's starting to heat back up though. So that's Marco and Laura left a cool wake, but we're already seeing a warm up of heat potential map. Just from a couple days ago, we didn't have any yellow. Now we're seeing yellow. So plenty warm waters ahead. Not as hot as the Western Caribbean though. That's why October is the time to worry about down here as our fronts break off, leave a little bit of lingering energy, which energy is good. Dylan, I showed the ensembles. They're everywhere, and I got to update that link. I don't know when it reverted back to the 96, but so the UK ensembles 5-day, stronger system to the east, weaker to the west. Very big spread. A lot of this is because when it slows down, the prediction is, slow down, but then what? Does it drift? That's why we're seeing that. The UK shows it. The Euro is really showing a huge spread. Very big spread in the Euro ensembles. Very, very big spread. For a storm that's only 2 days out, that's a large spread. Typically, we don't see that much spread. And then the GFS, kind of the same, stronger to the east. So, stronger system is going to be to the east. That's why Mississippi, Alabama should definitely be on alert. Hey Tim, no, I unhooked it because it was giving me like some weird bass. I just didn't want to take a chance. So, Nadia, you're going to have a squall line tonight in Panama. Midnight, 1, 2 o'clock, you're going to have a squall line roll through upper panhandle. We're already starting to see it. on future radar. And you can kind of see it here. So, well, you're getting some now too, but this is current radar, and you can still see that, you know, still heavy rain down here at Fort Myers area coming ashore. But all this is going to be whipping up through the panhandle through the night. And you got some right now, look at that, really close to you now. See, we're starting to see a little bit more activity on the west side of our system. Definitely starting to see more activity here. But we're going to see bands rolling in tonight. So it's going to be, you know, overnight hours. Storms are going to continue into tomorrow. So there you go. All right, Julie. Right now, there's, you know, Category 2 is definitely not out of the question. You know, if it stalls right before the coast, I mean, anything's possible. It's all going to matter, you know, what it does between now and the morning. You know, we don't want to see pressures drop. Right now, 997, so it has dropped 1 on their fix. They were reporting 998. They even had 1,000 on the last one, so we have a little drop. You know, next one, you know, if we see 994. You know, then we'll start to worry a little bit about intensification as it trickles westward. So, all right. So 10:30, 10:40. Well, probably 10:45. There'll be a new NHC update. 11 o'clock. So we'll get a new track. Nothing else for the U.S. to worry about right now. Bermuda tonight has Paulette as a possible Category 2 hurricane making landfall tonight in Bermuda. And that's it for hopefully a long time. But rain is the big threat. That's what we got to worry about. Rain for sure. So, all right, I'm gonna post a little quickie here in a minute. Look for that. If you just tuned in, you're confused as much as I am. We'll talk about facts and what ifs. So if you live that tip of Louisiana there, Mississippi, Alabama, I if it was me, I'd be watching very close, because Category 2 is no joke. Right. Thanks, Mike. All right, we'll see you guys in the morning. Thanks, Shelly, for being there. She helps me out a lot behind the scenes. A few others. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for sure, and we'll be tracking all day tomorrow. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye.